Hi guys, how's it going? Welcome to Venom Fit. Today we're gonna be doing chest, triceps,
Chest, shoulders, and
chest,
triceps.
shoulders, and triceps. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, push. So that's basically just because of the split that we're following. We're doing push, pull, legs. That's kind of the days that we follow. Now, depending on what you follow, it might not be a push day. It might only be chest. Might only be chest and shoulders. But we're doing chest, shoulders, and triceps today. We're gonna try to hit some different equipment than we did on the last video. We did a lot of the machines kind of right here on the front row. So maybe we'll hit some dumbbells, probably some of the other machines in the back corners. Yeah, and we're going to talk a little bit about bioenergetics and carbohydrate intake before and during your training.
Some very interesting things.
Yeah. So you guys are going to learn a lot about that and how to optimize your training, how to get just like the best performance out of your gym session. So stick around.
Let's get it.
I pretty much do this same routine before every workout.
I like that it cracks the back.
Do what? Oh yeah. It definitely gives you some nice adjustment. Yeah, I start at the back and then I do each hamstring. Do like 8 or 10 rolls. Point my toe inside, do a few. Point my toe outside, do a few. Try to get full muscle belly. So we're doing incline dumbbell. Just a normal setup. I'm gonna coach G through how he's gonna be setting up the exercise and his pace and all of that. We'll probably work up to some heavy sets of 8 to 10. Yeah, it's gonna be great. This is our first exercise. No particular reason why we're starting with incline. Just kind of what we decided to start with. And yeah, it's gonna be intense. It's gonna be great.
Let's get it.
Let's go. And breathe out when you push. So breathe in on the way down. Breathe out when you push. Good. Drive your feet to the ground. Try to keep them still. Good. Go just a little faster if you're comfortable. Let's get the reps done. You don't have to go slow. Good. Yeah, 2 more. And I'm really not trying to feel the fatigue right now. I'm just trying to get these reps done and get to the heavy weight, not as fast as possible, but just as efficient as possible. So I'm trying to do these reps at a pace that's controlled, but I'm not going particularly slow. So it's kind of a quicker pace, but you're controlling it. Yep. Good. Breathe out when you push. Keep going. 2 more. 1 more. Good. Well, what did you do last time? The 40s? Why don't you do the 50? Yeah, now we can kind of start establishing a little bit of a pump. Good. 2 more. There you go. Good. 2 more. 1 more. Good. You can, if you pull your knees up too, on that last one, then that'll kind of give you like a platform to set the dumbbells. Same thing with flat. You're doing flat on that last rep. extend, rotate, pull your knees up, and then you can sit up with it.
Nope.
No, I'm good.
Doesn't need my help. That's clear.
When you spot somebody with dumbbells, grab their wrists. Don't push their elbows, grab their wrists, because that's actually where they need the stability. Because if you're pushing on their elbows, you're probably going to make them push too far, and it's probably going to be uncomfortable for their shoulders, especially if maybe both of you don't really know what you're doing. So when you're spotting somebody, grab their wrists. A lot better, a lot safer for both of you. Yeah, that was smart picking the 60s again. Good, 2 more. Good. Yeah, see, like that was good because he did the 2 sets at 60 and they were clean reps. And like he just said, the second set was a little harder. It didn't look much harder to me and probably to you guys, but for him, like now that's kind of that moment where, okay, the fatigue is starting to kick in a little bit. So he'll probably be able to get one more solid set with the 60s. You know, we can probably move on from there because I'll probably be tapped out this set as well.
Oh, yeah.
So that'll be good. So he'll do one more with the 60s. I'll probably grab the 80s or 85s. We'll move on. Because, you know, next time, you know, maybe you do the 70s for like sets of 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Something like that. And that would be almost a PR, a lot more in line. So
if one day he needs help,
well,
I think I'm gonna need help to help him.
I've worked out for so long on my own. Like I've just never really trained with people, so
You just go to failure, but you know.
Yeah, I go like 1% from failure.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Like basically, but I mean, it depends. I mean, some stuff I'll go beyond failure just with like the form that you kind of use. Like that's one thing about failure, like because you can use form and body English to go past failure, but not every exercise. Like there's not much I can do on this to like really cheat, except not go down as far.
Yeah.
But that's just not safe. Like it's if you're going way too heavy and it's not really going down as far, that's not going to be good for your shoulder, right? But there's some stuff that you can do, you know, that's still technically kind of safe, but you can go beyond failure by utilizing it. Like there's nothing much wrong with rocking a little bit when you're doing a curl, especially after you've already done a bunch of good quality sets and reps.
Yeah.
Just to kind of get past failure, things like that. And shortening your range of motion on biceps is probably not the same as, you know, shortening on chest.
Yeah.
So pretty much every chest exercise, especially the machines, it's a lot easier to see it and kind of improve it. But you want your elbows and your wrists to be moving in the same plane. So wherever your wrists are going, that's where your elbows need to go. Same thing when you push on here and like other, you know, chest exercises. It's not really, it's pretty much the same with dumbbells, but it's a little bit harder to see, and that's going to kind of depend on body positioning and all of that. But it's pretty much the exact same thing with dumbbells. When you're doing flat, you want your elbows to be right up underneath your wrists. It's just the strongest path for you to push from, and it's also the safest. There's not really a rep that I messed that up on, so try to be almost perfect with the elbow positioning. You maybe go down to like 130 might be okay. Yeah, drop the seat maybe 2 notches. And also when you're doing these chest exercises, wide shoulders. Don't don't crunch your shoulders up and be like small and short, like in your shoulders. Wide shoulders. Doesn't have to be a super wide grip.
Thumb length?
Yeah, maybe a little bit wider than thumb length, but wide shoulders and push back into the pad. Don't worry too much about retracting your shoulder blades. I feel like people put a little too much emphasis on that. Just wide back, wide shoulders, and push back into the pad. Yep. Big breath out when you push. Blow it out. Good. Perfect. Yeah, and you see his elbows tracking right in line with the wrist. Doing a great job with that. Do one more. Good. There you go. Those are all so important, and most people don't do them. Like, start paying attention to these little tips that I'm telling you, and then watch other people in the gym and the quality of their body and their training. Just watch people's elbows when they're doing chest and shoulders. You'd be surprised just the small details that they're missing, and it's probably making all the difference. I mean, if you have really, really good genetics and you've been working out for a long time, you can get away with some stuff, but, you know, especially for beginners and people who are wanting to optimize what they're doing, focus on the form. Guys, how many times do you see people in the gym freaking doing chests like this? They literally, like, I mean, you could probably find freaking famous people on Instagram doing chests like that. It's not really that you have to go out here every single rep. That's not really the argument that I'm making. The argument that I'm making is you should be comfortable and your body should be able to hold heavy weight for you out here. You should never really get to a point in your training where it's uncomfortable or hard for your body to extend out here. You should be able to extend your arms, you know, under no pain or like discomfort. So that's just what I'm acknowledging there. It's not that you have to do it every single rep, but your body should be comfortable extending and holding the weight. Just like when you do back, it's not really that you have to fully stretch every single rep, but your body should be capable of reaching up without a whole lot of pain. I mean, especially older people. You know, I might not be talking to, you know, the people that exactly need this advice, but especially in older people, I mean, if they can't reach up and look up, it's very fragile for their lives if they can't do that. So you need to be able to use your joints in the full range of motion. So don't be afraid to extend and hold it out there. It's healthy for your elbows and your shoulders to do that. So use full range of motion in the joint, use full range of motion in the muscle. It's how you stay the healthiest and it's how you grow the most. So make sure you do that. Make sure you also check the weight before your set.
Alright. It was July for him. There we go. So he's doing 210 now.
Yeah, what is the max on this one? 290?
290.
I might get to 250 or 270. Yeah, so almost maxing out the equipment on 250 at a 290. It's pretty good. I don't even know what I was doing years ago. No. Just gonna do a little drop set.
I had Chipotle.
No. It's good.
How important is the nutrition?
Yeah. One thing that kind of like, okay, yeah, dieting gets you lean and makes you look sexy, but it also makes you perform better. So, and that's not do 130.
I did this one with Dominic before.
Uh-huh.
I just don't remember how heavy I went. I think I went like 40, the heaviest.
Yeah, since we already did 2 pretty heavy exercises, I'm not going crazy heavy on this one. I think for you it looks like you're lacking a little bit of external rotation in your shoulders.
Is that bad?
Well, it's not bad, but it's probably why it's painful to do some of those exercises. One more. Okay, you're good.
Every time that I go down, I can hear it cracking.
Yeah, so you're lacking a little bit of external rotation, because what's happening is when you're coming down, your arms are wanting to kind of do this.
Okay.
At the bottom.
Yeah.
You're kind of doing that, right? Where your elbows are almost kind of pointing back. I'm exaggerating that. But so if you thought about a little more external rotation in your shoulders, that would be a better position.
This video back.
Yep. Do this tomorrow, right?
Yeah. We'll take Saturdays and Sundays to record. I might do like 20 and then go up to 25.
Yeah, that's fine. Don't go down as far, but think about the external rotation.
Scared the fuck out of me.
Yeah, right?
It's the wind. Guys, at the time that we're recording this video, the other side of Florida, there's like a cyclone right now. And I might be getting hit with the winds now. We thought somebody was trying to open the door, but no. It's just a wind.
So don't go down as far, but try to get a little bit more external, so you want your elbow out in front a little bit. There you go, there you go. And it might be slightly uncomfortable and almost a little painful, but you're correcting the pattern, so it's going to be better over time, but you need to kind of do this for a little bit.
If you look in the front, kind of looks like the left side is lowering down more. Even though I'm trying to, like, if I don't look,
I understand.
then try to fix it.
Yeah, mine are not symmetrical either. My shoulders are not symmetrical.
20 pounds feels better.
Yeah. Your elbow positioning is a bit better. Yeah, you could rest. I would rest. Yeah.
Shame to use 25, but
Nah, it's gonna be good for your shoulders. Yeah, that looks a lot better. You really got to build strength in the correct hand of motion.
so the body gets used to it.
Because even though like it's less weight, it's probably causing a more efficient stimulus on your shoulder.
I feel it.
So it's probably just better for you overall, and you might even actually get growth from it just because
Feeling more
it's
on this
applying
area
a different kind of stress. What?
I'm feeling more on this area here instead of like on the side. I just look at people running. That's funny. Like, I should have started with like 20s to warm up. And then go like straight to 30s. Because I don't feel the pain anymore. Maybe it's my posture.
Well, I mean, that's a good thing, but it should be kind of correcting itself over time. So before the workout, I had my serving of creatine and pre-workout, and then I bought a packet of Gatorade to put in here, and that's what I'm drinking right now. And I was telling G about this. Gatorade was actually invented around the time that they started figuring out the science behind all of this, and they realized that carbs are basically your primary resource for doing training like this. So the training where it's interval style, where you're doing 30 seconds on, maybe 2 minutes off, minute and a half off, maybe even 3 minutes off. That style where you're training for a period of time, taking a 2-minute rest, training for a period of time, taking a 2-minute rest, that training uses carbs as the energy source. So if you don't have steady carbs throughout the day, or you're not having carbs right before your workout, it's probably going to impede on your performance, and your performance is directly correlated with your results. So if you're not really getting better in the gym, oftentimes your results are not really going to be improving either. So you need to have carbs before the workout to help with your performance, and your performance is going to drive your results. So especially if you're doing the bodybuilding style training or interval style training, you need to be having carbs because of what's called bioenergetics. Now, that stuff gets kind of boring, but simply you need carbs before the training because of glycogen and things like that. So we can get into more details about it, but that's what I was going with, was the Gatorade, because that's what's in here right now. And it's a great pre-workout or intra-workout drink. It's got sodium, potassium, and sugar to help you in your performance. So give that a shot. If you feel like your performance is kind of lacking lately, you're not really getting stronger, and you have trouble eating consistent calories throughout the day, you start doing a little bit of Gatorade before your workout, and that should help with your performance and your pumps and all that. So, great tip.
Oh yeah.
What's up? Oh, you want to go ahead? Oh, yeah.
Damn. I think I'm gonna do 130 with this one. That's crazy.
I was about to do 120. I forgot you let me go.
I got scared for a little bit. Remember this one? So
Big step off. Yep, there you go.
I'm alright. I'm already hat, guys, because I didn't have any haircut. And I'm Brazilian, so I'm really proud of my hair. You guys not gonna see me with no haircut.
Fuck yeah, bro.
Let's go. Like,
Yeah, good. Yeah, we got plenty of sets to do. Oh, yeah. Speaking was feeling kind of light, yeah.
yeah. How much you were doing?
About 10 or 12.
Alright.
Two more. There you go. Big step off. Hands off. There you go. Get on some more. You want some more? One more. There you go. Boom. Yo, looking jack, dude.
Sometimes I want to be leaner than what I am right now. Sometimes I want to be heavier than what I am.
Yeah, I mean,
Never satisfied.
yeah, just stay between like 8 and 12% body fat, maybe even like a little bit higher. But you don't need to get necessarily much leaner than that.
So when I went to Empt, the other gym, I'm gonna bleep out because we don't do free promotions. They did my body fat stuff and it showed 8%, but I don't think it's accurate because it's just a machine that.
Those things are 3 to 5% off in either direction.
Okay, because it showed 8%.
Yeah, so you're probably maybe 11 to 13, maybe something like that.
So I can still.
Because I'm like around 10 to 12 usually, something like that. If I had to guess, the more muscle you have, the better it looks at higher body fat percentages.
So I could lower a little.
Yeah, you could maybe lower it a little bit. Were you 23?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got some time. I would just try to be as big and as strong as possible. To be honest, just try to get as big and as strong as possible. I mean, stay relatively lean. You can, but.
Like this, I feel like it hits my chest a lot.
Yeah, I used to do it like that. I think it feels great. I don't really have any qualms with it. That's why you go a little heavier if I do it the normal way. Yeah, but I don't have any issues with that.
We can stay the same night.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I think it. think I'm gonna go do it on the tricep.
Tricep.
Oh, did you put more weight?
Oh yeah. I went up a lot.
Big stuff, bro.
You can do a drop set if you want to.
Do that.
Because that might be one of the last flies that we do. For the last sets.
That's crazy.
Tornado?
No. Tornado.
Yeah.
Tornado morning, 7 to 10 p.m. I'll be at the gym.
Oh shit. Shoulder burning.
I'm like, what the hell is happening? And they're like, oh, Max is leaving from his house. I'm like, what?
Yeah, what the hell?
It's so funny to do this.
Yeah, so bend your knees a little bit. And sit back into a pusher grip so there you go.
Like this?
Yep.
That's crazy.
And so he's doing it correct, so I'm not going to tell him, but you should be thinking about pushing your hands far away from your body whenever you're doing this one. And he was already doing that, so that's why I didn't mention it, but it's a good tip for you guys. Push those hands far away. Good. Do about 2 more.
Yeah, it's the abs.
Yeah, this one is young dog is definitely going to...
The abs?
That's
Lower
what
back?
was there. Yeah. Yeah, it's funny they say that because some of my clients, if they have lower back problems, they don't like doing this one.
Damn.
Because it is going to, put a little bit of stress on that.
Guys, I'm hitting legs, alright? I just started. Don't call me chicken legs.
Yeah, you saw it. Oh. Yeah, so this one is really emphasizing the front delt. Yeah, really good front delt exercise.
Did you? Yeah, you did.
Yeah, there I got you for both. Three more. One more.
Yeah. Wider stance. I feel better.
Okay.
It hurts less in my lower back.
Okay, there you go.
And I don't feel my abs that much.
Yeah.
If I do like a wider stance like this. Because I was doing like this.
Yeah, I'm not sure what I guess mine is just kind of moderate. So take his word for it. If your back is bothering you a little bit when you're doing this, you try widening your stance. Should give you a better base down there. And I did deadlifts yesterday, so my lower back is a little sore, so I can definitely feel it when I'm doing this one. But in a good way, like it doesn't hurt or anything. It's just kind of my body letting me know that I'm sore. That's about it. So.
There you go. He's doing 70. A good pose. There you go. I didn't like this exercise at first, but after I did the wide stance and it stopped like hurting my back, I felt better.
And you'll notice I wasn't rushing it through out of the hole out of the bottom.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid to pause down into stretch position and just kind of regain myself. So I feel like the more reps that I can do that are controlled and near perfect form, I get a lot more out of. So I'm definitely not rushing it to get it back up. I'm just trying to make sure that it's good quality form and I can do more reps. Yep. Do that one more. Hey, good. And one thing that you guys might feel or notice as you get closer to failure, you're gonna want to kind of like do this sort of thing. Try to avoid that. If you have to, go up a little less, but keep your arms straighter, or even do a drop set. Like if you get to 6 or 8 reps and you start kind of doing this sort of thing, where you're bending and shrugging a lot, avoid that. Keep those arms straight, push far away, and if you have to, lighten the weight a bit. Yeah, don't compensate. Go to failure with good form. Go beyond failure with, basically perfect form. But the moment it starts to break down, drop the weight, especially at the end of your workout. You don't need to risk too much now. I mean, you just had a good, long, successful workout. Don't mess it up at the end, having bad form or something like that. So even at the end, even when you're fatigued, try to really have good form. Focus on the simple things, straight arms, long arms, chest up, shoulders wide, the simple things, do all those, maintain that.
I actually think going heavier on this one's good, right?
Sort of.
Because you just control it down.
It's a good question.
Because when I was going light, I didn't slow down.
Well, this is a single jointed exercise, being that you're really only using one joint. Okay. You're really only using your shoulder.
Yeah.
So typically, you would want to go lighter on those and heavier on the ones that are multi-jointed.
Yeah.
Just because you're going to have more stability and a little more room for error when there's multiple joints involved. So like, your bicep curls, your triceps, your quad extensions. Yes, you want to push yourself and you want it to be intense, but I will shy away from doing lower reps and like super heavy weight on those exercises. Stick the really, really heavy stuff to your multi-jointed exercises and then do these maybe just slightly lighter, a little more controlled. Yeah, good. Rest. Do a drop set. Do a few more.
Damn, man. I didn't feel. That was crazy. I was like, what'd you like?
Yeah, one more. Make it good. There you go. Cool. Yeah, so like I said, multi-jointed, go a bit heavier, but then you're single jointed, like doing a bicep curl. Yes, you want it to be heavy, but it's just the kind of tempo and the approach that you take. You're coming into the exercise already a little fatigued, and it's a single jointed exercise, so you just don't really want to like risk a lot. That was a good hour, 15 hour and 30-minute workout. So that was good. The push days, the chest, shoulders, and tris are going to be a bit longer, just because you're doing kind of 3 main muscle groups there. But basically, if you feel like you need to train your shoulders more, maybe start with shoulders on this day instead of starting with chest. So, if I'm training a client or if somebody wants to, grow their shoulders more, maybe start with shoulders and then lead into chest instead of doing chest and then doing shoulders. You're just going to be able to get more out of those first 1 or 2 exercises if your shoulders are fresh. And yeah, ask questions about your split. Say, hey, this is my split. This is what I've been doing. This is where I'm struggling. This is where I think I need to improve. I mean, I can give you some feedback. I'll help you out. Leave us a comment. I can even bring it up in a video because I'm sure other people are, struggling with the same thing. So bring up these things when I start talking about the split, when I start talking about diets, stuff like that. Ask questions, because guaranteed there's probably somebody else out there who's going through the same thing, or maybe they're just a little confused. So bring it up. We'll clarify it. We'll even put it into practice, and show you, over time, kind of how it's done and what's getting us the results. So yeah. So start with heavier movements, and if you have to adjust the push day and put a little more emphasis on shoulders in the beginning, do that. Same thing with back. Like if your biceps are just non-existent, but you have a really good back, Maybe start with a couple bicep movements and then do back. So you have a lot of flexibility with the push-pull leg split, so I like that. Yeah, leave us a comment about your split and what you're kind of struggling with, and we'll address it for you. Signing out.